Hi there. So my idea is a simple one. So if we have some air coming in and we have some blockage to make a small hole, this area causes the air to condense faster, goes through a fan stage, goes through an area where you've got these little blockers which are allowing the compressed air to saturate this area. We have another fan. We have the air coming out to the fuel and ignition stage. However, I think two things can happen. You can have air coming out, expanded, as we do through normal jet engine technology, or we can break the fuel up. We can break up the elementary particles into some smaller particles, and we can create this spiral-like shape. So we've got particle A, particle B, particle C, always connected to one another. And because they're connected to one another, they can drag on what I believe is electromagnetic space-time. And why I think this works is because all particles distort space-time. So it makes sense that you would use a particle or wave configuration to distort space. So we have particle A, particle B, particle C, drawn in rectangles to represent waveforms. We have the heights and distances between the waveforms or particles, and we have this kind of shape here which is representing seeing the spiral shape from a side view. So essentially what would happen is, because we're using particles to create this waveform, the waveform, because they are connected to one another, distorts space-time in a direction, because space-time comes into these areas and gets pushed away. And that creates a convection-like current of what I believe would be electromagnetic space-time around an object. And this is how I think what can be achieved through jet engine technology and not require any of the power needs that are currently being spoken about in the field. But like I say, I'm not a scientist, and this is just a basic idea that I have, which I think could work.